A very good morning to you.
Chelsea would like to try and make happen where possible, and it certainly feels like the movement is towards getting both of those deals over the line. The Xavi Simons situation, 22 years old, 2 years left on his current contract at the moment. We know that Chelsea have held talks with RB Leipzig over a possible deal. This is a superstar really in the making. We've been speaking about him for a number of years. He seems to be one of those players that's been Instagram famous since he was about 16 because of how good he was as a youngster. Obviously came through PSG's system when he was a kid, went to PSV. He wasn't in the squad at the weekend for RB Leipzig's game against Atalanta, so that would suggest something is possibly bubbling along. We know the talks continue. The key thing on this one is going to be Chelsea finding the right fee that they're comfortable paying for the player. But yeah, definite interest there. The other one they like, and you mentioned Alejandro Garnacho, again, fits the profile of what Chelsea are trying to do at the moment with their recruitment. It's young players between the age of sort of 18, 22, 23, those players that they see good value in, they see potentially a route to the first team, or, as they've also been doing this summer, players that they buy, maybe have for a year or two, doesn't quite work out, but they sell on and make more money. We know that there has been talks with Manchester United about Alejandro Garnacho. Again, this is going to be key, is how much do Manchester United want and what are Chelsea willing to pay. He was, I guess, a key part of Manchester United last season, despite the fractious relationship that he perhaps has with Ruben Amorim. He was involved in 36 Premier League games, started 23, so a big player. So they're going to be expecting big funds for him. Let's wait and see how both develop.
Nicholas Jackson is wanted by a number of clubs. Could you see him going before deadline day?
It certainly feels like that's the direction of travel for this one. We know that they've signed João Pedro, has been impressive over the course of pre-season, and particularly in the Club World Cup. We've also seen Liam Delap go into Stamford Bridge as well. He's another young player that will be looking to build upon the success he had with Ipswich in the Premier League. So therefore, Nicholas Jackson's game time may be limited this season. And when you look at what they paid for him, around £35 million or so, which includes some add-ons, and they're talking about fees of between 80 and 100 million for Nicholas Jackson, there may be a train of thought, well, actually, this represents good business for Chelsea. Now, the one thing we can say about them is they have been financially very prudent, and with regards to their sales, they've generated and recycled a lot of money to come back into the football club. So they are making money on all these player sales. Yes, they're buying a lot of players, but when they're selling them, they're getting good market value as well. So that may be one of those situations where if someone can put the right type of money on the table, Nicholas Jackson, who still has 8 years left on his contract, could be leaving Chelsea at some stage this summer. Certainly, I can't see him being at the Bridge for the campaign, maybe possibly alone, but it just depends if someone can find that magic number that Chelsea say yes to.
Well, another Chelsea player that could be on the move is Raheem Sterling. This is what Jay Bothroyd had to say in his future on Good Morning Sports Fans.
Some players there, especially someone like Sterling, there's some huge money. And it's like, Sterling's coming towards the end of his career. He might be looking at it saying, yes, I want to play, I don't want to take a huge pay cut at the same time. So I feel like with someone like Sterling, it's more difficult to get rid of him. Yes, there's been talks that he might be going to Napoli, but ultimately he's on a big wage, and so are some of them other Chelsea players. So yes, as much as they have assets they can sell, it's that player that's going to the next club that wants to be paid at least the same or more.
And who else could be on their way out of Chelsea?
Yeah. Other players to keep an eye on, Garnacho, Sky in Germany reporting that Borussia Dortmund are currently in discussions with Chelsea over a potential deal. He was on loan there last season. We know that Keenan Dewsbury-Hall is getting close to his move to Everton. That's £29 million. We're expecting the medical in the next 24 hours. Another player leaving the Bridge as well, Armando Broja. Burnley in advanced talks with Chelsea over a potential deal. And they essentially have an agreement in principle over this potential move. We know that Broja's keen, 5-year deal on the table for him, and it's just about the structure of the payment. Someone has suffered with injuries recently, but on his day could be a really decent striker. So yeah, a number of outs still happening. Nicholas Jackson, the one to keep an eye on, I think.
Right, now Chelsea's latest signing, Joel Hato, says his new club is the perfect place for the next step of his career. But what can the Chelsea fans expect to see from the Dutch defender next season? Amsterdam-based joins us now. Thanks for coming on, Elko. You've seen Hato play for Ajax. What are his best attributes and what's his best position?
Yeah, he's played at different positions for Ajax in the past 2 years. He started out as a centre-back, played very well there. Was very good at joining the midfield in the build-up phase of play. Very good at controlling the ball, giving the right pass forward at the right moment. But last season he was used as a left-back more often. Mainly because of personnel issues at Ajax. They just really needed someone at left back. They played Hato there a couple of times. He did really, really well, actually. He's not your traditional left back that's good at running forward and going for the overlap. But he was really good at, again, tucking inside, joining the midfield during attacking phases, playing the ball forward. So he did a really good job at left back as well. Not as your traditional overlapping left back, but very good nonetheless. So I think he's able to play at both of these positions, in the center of defense and at left back as well.
Yeah, just looking at the squad, there's 7 first-team centre-backs at Chelsea, so it might do him good to say that he prefers to play at left-back. You might get a bit more game time. Were you surprised that other Premier League clubs or other clubs around Europe weren't in for him?
On the one hand, I was surprised because I do think he was the most talented player for certain at Ajax last season.
Xavi Simons, currently on loan at RB Leipzig from Paris Saint-Germain, has been closely monitored by top clubs across Europe. Chelsea have now moved swiftly, outpacing rivals to secure the services of the 21-year-old attacking midfielder known for his creativity, flair, and technical brilliance. Meanwhile, Alejandro Garnacho, one of Manchester United's brightest young talents, is reportedly keen on a fresh challenge.